Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, I wanted to give you an update on Lightning Emotors. Had some analysts come out and put a outperform rating on it and increase their price target. So I wanted to give you my thoughts as well as my Lightning Emotors stock price prediction for the end of 2021. So let's jump right in. All right, guys, before we get started today, subscribe to the channel for me. Hit that little bell so you get notified every time I post. There is a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come over and join the family. We've got an amazing community over there, a ton of like-minded individuals constantly trying to help each other. You'll get access to the private Discord where we talk stocks. You'll get links to 5 portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then anytime I buy or sell a stock up to the second I do it, I send out a notification so you can follow along. So if that's something you're interested in, come over and check it out. We've also got a lot of education over there. And I also send out high value swing trade setups or anytime I map a chart or I've got a watch list, really anything that can help us grow our portfolios. I'm also going to start doing portfolio reviews, patron only about once or twice a month. So come check it out. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it, especially if you're a beginner or a new investor. If you want to be part of a family, come on over. We would love to have you. Day One Squad, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. But guys, let's get started. For those of you guys that are new here, Lightning Emotors is one of my favorite stocks. I've talked about it since I started the channel. I see a ton of opportunity here. I think the stock is very undervalued, and I want to go over some reasons why. We haven't done a deep dive on Lightning Emotors since my first video way back in February or March. I will link that above right here if you want to see me go through the initial investor presentation back when it was still a SPAC. Today, we're just going to look at the new presentation that they posted for their analyst day. I want to go over the article that I read. Then I want to look at the chart and give you my, like I said, Lightning Emotors stock price prediction for the end of 2021. So let's get started. First thing we want to look at, guys, this is the article that I saw. So Lightning Emotors revs higher after Oppenheimer raves on upside. Guys, this stock I feel like is so slept on. It's low volume. There's not a lot of people that talk about it. There's no hype. And what's funny is in industries like this, you get those big growing industries, EV charging, all these different things. And I want to say something about stocks within those industries, right? There's always a ton of competition, a ton of different stocks. The most obvious stock is usually not the best stock. You get a lot of these other stocks in this industry that compete directly with Lightning Emotors that have so much hype around them, insane valuations, just are always on the front page of Wall Street's bets, getting pumped, getting short squeezed, all these different stocks. And sometimes the most obvious isn't the best. And I feel like Lightning Emotors is so overlooked that they could be potentially the one that generates the most amount of value within the next few years. So as you guys can see here, analyst Colin Roosh and team view Lightning Emotors as a clear leader in the electrification of Class 3 to 7 vehicles, noting the company is looking to leverage a modular architecture into defensible solutions and with a blue chip customer base. With Lightning Emotors' diverse supply chain, demonstrated capability in delivering numerous vehicle types, and optionality on either growing through powertrain development, full vehicle sales, or being a leading integrator of fuel cell-based power systems, we believe ZEV shares offer investors meaningful upside potential. I agree. The firm starts off coverage on Lightning Emotors with a outperform rating and a price target of $15, which is, significant upside from where it currently is at, about 80%. Not quite double, but pretty close. Background on Lightning Emotors. This will kind of just tell you about the company, but we're going to look at the investor presentation, so we don't need that. Okay, let's take a look at the presentation they put out for their analyst day, which is coming up. As you guys can see here, a couple of things I want to touch on right here. The blue chip customer base. That's the first one. Guys, they've got a massive pipeline. They grow their pipeline like crazy. They've got a ton of purchase orders. The customer base like DHL, Amazon, Cox, a lot of these other guys, they've already purchased from Lightning Emotors. It's not like Lightning Emotors is at that stage where they are still in development, building prototypes. They've got vehicles on the road. They've got cars out there driving around, and they're selling them to big companies that are obviously liking their products because they're reordering. Next thing here, 2 years head start in production and customer validation with over 140 vehicles on the road and 1,500 vehicles on order. They've got 10 years of R&D, and then they've got strategic partnerships with Plug, BP, all these other ones. Guys, real quick, back to that article that we just looked at. What that guy was pretty much saying is they've got the ability, they've got the optionality to either build full brand new vehicle sales or to, have manufacturers like Ford and GM and all these other companies and take the chassis from GM and take the battery from this company and take this piece from this company. So it makes their scalability so much better because they can have all these different manufacturers around the country where they can take different pieces and parts from and just electrify current fleets or build, purpose-built electric vehicles. So it keeps their costs down, makes it a little bit more asset light, and makes it more scalable. So very important point there. Next thing I wanted to look at, they've got a 67 billion total addressable market. Guys, they are hands down the leader in this space right here. They own like 50% of the market share, as we can see right here. Lightning Emotors enjoys over 50% market share in electric vehicles across Class 3 to Class 7 based on trucks shipped in the US in 2020 and Q1 2021. This kind of shows you just Lightning Emotors shipped more than 3 times the vehicles of its next largest competitor in 2020. Guys, that's fantastic. Like, it's crazy to me that how overlooked this stock is and how so many people are buying like Workhorse when it's not even close. Like, these guys own so much more of the market share than Workhorse. They've got vehicles out there. It's a proven process, where I feel Workhorse is much more speculative. So just my opinions there. Next thing here, guys, is look at the purchase orders and how much they've grown it recently. They've got 11 customers that are currently operating their vehicles, 130 million in repeat orders since Q3 2020, and then more in the surging pipeline. They have already received purchase orders to fulfill 100% of 2021 expected revenue. Guys, the revenue is really set to scale pretty exponentially, once we get past 2021, like 2022, 3, 4, and 5 are really expected to grow quickly. I think they're projected to get to over $1 billion in revenue by 2025. That is massive, seeing how they did like 16 billion last year, or 9 billion, somewhere around there. So, a lot of opportunity here. I love to see that the purchase orders are already there to take all of the revenue from 2021, and then their pipeline is like 800 million. So that can fund them if all of those purchase orders go through for another year after that. So the total addressable fleet, you can see here in state of California, 100,000. Amazon's got 100,000. A lot of big players there that have a lot of vehicles that could be potential for Lightning Emotors. Next thing I wanted to take a look at, guys, just real quick, is the sales process. Their sales cycle can be between anywhere from 3 and 24 months. They kind of get, repeat orders is like their main focus. So say they get a deal with DHL. They get them some vehicles. DHL, tries them out. If everything works out, they get a reorder. That can, like I said, work up to about 24 months in getting the initial contract, the repeat orders, fulfilling everything like that. While competitors are still developing prototypes, we are already deploying vehicles and getting repeat orders. Beautiful. Guys, one other thing I wanted to say. The electrification process is, in my opinion, so crucial, right? You get these smaller fleet companies. Say you get a company that has, 400 trucks or 150 trucks, and they're not a big corporate, DHL, Dr. Pepper, Cox, whatever it is. They're more of a smaller company. They don't have the money to go out and buy brand new electric vehicles and replace all of their current vehicles, but they do have the amount of money to electrify their current fleet because it's a fraction of the cost. So I think electric vehicles is something that is obviously growing crazy, and every company, or most companies, are going to want to reduce their carbon footprint. They're going to want to go with that model. Everybody wants to go there, but I think that most of these companies, if they can get away with electrifying their current vehicles versus buying a brand new one and save a ton of money, they're going to take that opportunity, which, in my opinion, Lightning Emotors is filling that void perfectly. Next thing I wanted to take a look at is their strong pipeline growth. Like I said, guys, they're nearly 500% growth in pipeline since Q1 2020. That's massive. Just filling that pipe as full as they can get it, keeping as much orders out in front of them as they can. Diversified pipeline with over 200 plus projects. Fantastic, guys. The more they grow their pipeline, the more they grow their purchase orders, the better. The more people they can get in front of and the more deals that they can have in their pipe, the better. Like I've said before in other videos, I am a big sales guy, done sales my entire life. When you just try to, you go out and sell a couple or you get a couple leads and you just focus on those leads. Well, once those leads, you've closed them or they've said no, you have nothing in your pipe. So you have to constantly be filling your pipe and your funnel so that, you're prospecting. And as you close deals or they say no, you either kick them to no good or you kick them to your sales funnel or, where you close them. You've got to constantly be putting people in the pipe to fulfill those orders. So, okay, last thing I wanted to show you is the chart. All right, guys. So this stock has been getting just so beat down lately, guys. I mean, it ran up here, reached a high point of $16.70, and then just started getting killed at the end of January. Ran all the way down to a low point of $6.60. I picked it up right above there around $7. I think I might have got a couple of shares down under $7, but nonetheless, it's not even at its NAV price right here at $10 when it was a SPAC. So it did form this really nice inverted head and shoulders, and it has had some nice reactions over the last few days. This inverted head and shoulders is a momentum shifting structure. You get pushed down, clear down from the top all the way down to a low of $6. Absolutely insane price. You get this momentum shifting structure. You break the neckline, you start getting big movement. So as you guys can see, we have had the highest level of positive momentum back on June 8th that we had since clear back here in December. So that's a really good sign. We did start to get a little bit of negative momentum, and then our positive momentum instantly started building again. Same thing with the RSI. You're getting right up into that bullish area of the RSI. You haven't really had high levels of overbought since clear back in January as well. And you are moving straight up through the center, in a bullish sentiment. So guys, I feel that this is one of the more lower risk areas. As you can see, you come down, you held support right here. You came up and got rejected. Then you came all the way down, broke through your support, had your reversal low down here, and then you had your confirmation low at the support level where it recently held support here back in the end of April. So you come up and you break that neckline, then you're going to the $10 NAV price. You break that $10 NAV price. Really, your next area after that is that high point from back in November, 2020 at $12.13. There is a little bit more resistance points up here, a lot more psychological. We do need to get some more positive volume. If you do not currently own the stock right here, I would wait and get confirmation that you break through this neckline and get up here around the $10 range. You are under all of the moving averages except for the 20-day. You just barely got over the top of it with this gap up today, and the 50-day, you're sitting right on top of it as of right now. Now, the 200-day moving average was pointing downwards the last couple of days, and it started to flatten out. If we can get a couple more days of just more positive momentum and the stock price, moving back up towards this, $10 area at that NAV price, you'll start to get that 200-day moving average starting to, point upwards. And that's really what you need to see. So if you don't own it, I would recommend waiting to get confirmation that you're starting to move up and really move up, not getting rejected at this level. The issue is here, if you get up, you get rejected at 10, you sell off, you come up, you get rejected again. Well, the only thing left for the asset to do is bleed back off and come down and retest the lower levels. So you just want to wait and see. You don't want to buy it at 9, 10, it sell back off to 7, unless you have a really long-term mindset and you plan on holding it for years to come, and you can cost average down if it does end up getting back down to the $6 level. With a stock like this, guys, these are your most low risk areas. Obviously, I would like to see anybody that does not own it try to get it around the $7 range or sub 7, even sub mid 7, 750. I wouldn't recommend buying it right here at 970 unless you plan on, holding it for a long period of time and you're not too worried about the exact dollar. I have put a price target on this stock. I do think that this is a $40 stock all day long. They just need to kind of prove themselves a little bit more, hit those positive earnings as time goes on and quarters happen. Again, watch it, see if it'll sell back off. to reconfirm this level again, or is it going to push back up, get above the $10 NAV price? I think once you get over that $10 NAV price, you're going to stay there, and then you're moving up towards levels, up here in the top of the area, top of the range up here. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for your support. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always do your own research and due diligence. Don't just take my word for it. Come over and join us at the Patreon. If you want to be part of a family, like the video if you get any value out of it. This is one of my favorite stocks. I think it's got so much opportunity moving forward. You just want to make sure you get in at the right time. If we can get more volume in the next couple of weeks, we get up over that $10 price, I'll see you at that top point at the $17 range eventually. So thank you. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.